All right, let's try this again. Take two. All right. So I've had students ask me, because they've seen the Hyrule shield that I created in that 3D printed in class. I had students come and say, "Hey, how do we do this?" Because um, for those of you that have completed the first 3D print, or those of you who have modeled it and are waiting to print, either way, you can only really manipulate basic shapes in Tinkercad. So there's a limit to what you can. I mean, it's not a limit, but if you wanted to create something very complicated, like the Hyrule, not as complicated, but um, it would definitely take time to create some of these shapes that you see here. And some students don't consider themselves artists. It's frustrating. So how do we do this easier? And I'm going to show you how to do that now, so you can have um, higher quality 3D prints for your final project. Things that you might really want to take home. I'll just put right out there, because I know Naruto is a very famous thing. This would be also how you create that headband thing that he has, and then the other ones for the other villages, because I've only seen Naruto a little bit. I haven't really watched all of it. But anyway, so how do you do that? So selva3d.com. All of these links you'll find in Schoology. When you click on it, you'll also have my login and my password, because you're all going to use my account, because we had issues with students attempting to do this with their student account. So I just created a school account, and as you can see, it's AXHERNAN at humbleisd.net. Then it's capital H, capital M, capital S, lowercase t, lowercase e, lowercase m, 1, and then you hit sign in, and it brings you to this. At which point you now have to upload an image. It could be any image, really, but black and white images work the best. Um, I don't want to deter people. The color really doesn't matter. It's not reading the color, it's reading the contrast in the image. So the best contrast is between black and white. Not that a color won't work, it's just not as good. I'm just going to put it to you that way. So to create the Hyrule shield, I used this image here, black and white, in Selva. So if I upload that, there it is. I hit open, and then you wait, because your internet might take a hot minute. There it is. So it's created this STL that then I can come over here and click download standard quality STL for free. And I've already done that, so I don't actually have to wait for it to download. I just come over here. And of course my video is in the way. Okay, that worked. So we want the Hyrule shield that we downloaded from Selva, and we hit import, and you will get the little baby shield, which then, you can make it as big as you want. I'll make it about as big as a work plane, just like I did last time, and it looks about right to me. And there it is. So that's how you would do really intricate things. But the last piece is to fill in these holes, right? Because you will get these holes, and like for instance, if you tried to print this, what you would get is a shield you can't pick up. So if you want this to be all one piece, like the one that I did, here's what you do. So I'm going to click on this, turn it so I can see it from this view, select this box in the middle, and where you see the number 1, I'm just going to say 5 and hit enter, and it has now made it a thickness of 5 millimeters. And I'm going to do the same thing on the box, but actually I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to click this, and instead of 20, I'm going to say 4. So now this box is just slightly thinner than my shield. So that way it's flush on the bottom, but you can see it's leaving a nice little space there, which is exactly what happened in class, where I can maintain my texture. So now I'll just increase the box size so it fills it in like that. And if you look on the bottom or the back, if I go any bigger, I'm going to come out the sides here, so I don't really want to do that. So now I'll create another box, right? And for those of you that didn't learn the duplicate lesson, you just hit copy. And now there's another box. Oops, moved the wrong thing. Oh, right. There it is. Okay, yeah, you have to actually paste it. And if you mess up, you hit Control Z to fix it. Okay, now the real trick is these boxes are overlapping, which is okay. You just don't want it to go over, right? So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you get the idea how I filled it in. Okay, and now once you have all your crazy boxes, because you'll get them all around the shield, and so that way it's filled in but not sticking out, so it still looks like a full shield. And then what you'll do is you select everything and you group it together, and it will now put it all together and make it one piece, as you can see there. And then when it prints, it'll print all one piece just like mine did in class. This will create the shield, and then you can fill it in. We'll keep it simple for our first run. But this way you can have higher level prints for your final project. You could definitely do the Naruto headband very easily with this. And let me see what other things you guys can come up with. So there's the lesson. And I'm excited to see what you guys come up with.